just finished reading this book by Virginia Roberts Giuffre, Nobody's Girl. I finished that like a week ago. I actually listened to a good portion of it and then finished reading the book. And it's pretty powerful, actually. I found out that Virginia had a very, very bad life, starting from when she was 7 years old. Abuse, sexual abuse for father, and a neighbor, and she just kind of that just kind of set the stage for her future and caused her to have all types of issues as far as acting out, you know, with drugs and sex and all these other different things, putting herself in risky situations with the same types of abuse happening, and those getting involved with people who are really bad and eventually ending up in the clutches of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, who used her for as a sex slave, trafficked her to dignitaries and all these other people who rule our world and who are denying it left and right. I mean, watching this stuff, it's incredible. If any one of us normies were put on the stand and said the things that they said, we'd be called out for it. You know, I'm laughing just because it's absurd. But you know what? I think nothing's going to come of it. And eventually, I mean, this is significant, but I think eventually it's going to just kind of just fade away. But I felt compelled to make this video just to highlight, this is a good resource, and kind of helps to encapsulate the life and trials and tribulations of this survivor who is very strong, but also was very badly damaged by this abuse, and who led the way in getting this information out, trying to hold these powerful people accountable, and eventually, you could see the effects that it had on her, along with what we found out later, living in an abusive relationship with her husband, who I think just beat her badly. I'll leave a link to a couple of 60 Minutes Australia shows that kind of encapsulate what this book is talking about, and then you can go down the rabbit hole from there as deep as you want to. I pulled my way out because it was just not making me feel good, quite frankly, and so it's been good to learn more about these different people and what they've gone through. And as far as what to do about it, what I'm going to do about it, and I would suggest the same for you, is to just live your life the best way possible, be a good influence on others, and within your sphere, your circle of influence, be that person that you want to be, and try to get others to go down that path. And don't put your trust and hope like we're going to vote our way out of this situation. I haven't voted in my life, so don't blame me. But a lot of people do, and they want to find hope in that, and it's not going to be found. So I'm going to still hold to my not voting and stay away from the politics stuff. I'm going to continue to stay away from this Hollywood stuff, which I stopped taking part in over 20 years ago. And then also, within recent time, I heard about the Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy stuff, and all of the people that were involved in that. And that's just sort of getting pushed to the wayside as well. But I hope that you remember those things and make a choice to step away. You can actually ignore these people. I think that's the best thing to do. People who want all of this attention and who have all this power and this, exclusivity and things like that, you just ignore them. They're going to do what they're going to do anyway. There's no fighting this. We're not all going to get together and, lead this fight against these people. They own everything. So live the best life possible. That's what I'm going to do. There really is no other thing to do. Anyway, read this book. Watch the videos that I have linked. You don't have to read the book. I kind of give you a nutshell idea, and you can find a lot of this stuff for free online. Well, I got this at my library, so that was free. But I also would suggest not going too deep into this stuff because, it just doesn't make you feel good. But it's good to be aware to a degree what's going on and actually believe these things, because I tell you, there's a little girl in this picture. I believe what she said, and I believe what these other survivors have said, and it's deplorable the way that these people, the actual culprits, are denying everything, but they're going to get away with it. Simple facts. Anyway, so there's my positive report for the day, and I just kind of want to memorialize this time period because it's probably going to go away and, onto some different war or something. But it's significant, and I hope that some people are waking up to the truth and the way to get out of this world that's really ruled by the Bible says the basest of men is to turn to Jesus Christ. Simple as that. Read the Bible. You find out about him. I know it sounds cliche. I did too over 20 years ago until I started reading for myself. But really, that's the way out. Jesus is the door, and you enter through that door, and you can find yourself in a better place before too long. So, anyway, thanks for watching the video, and hope to make another one here soon, or pull some others out of the archives, but I don't really spend my time doing this so much. But you never know. All right, talk to you later. Bye.